Hey everyone, welcome. We are back in the Almegan Quarter, and we just started patch 4.5. We're entering the Royal Palace. We're going to continue our story. Oh boy. There's Raban, Lise. Yeah, look, so last we left off, scions were just dropping like crazy. We have no idea why or what's going on.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alpha,
I have no idea what's
I thought
happening.
you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was
Maxima.
hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother?
Yeah, what happened?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health
Fine
when I took
health,
my leave
okay,
of him,
good news.
and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
Yeah.
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events.
Endeavor to explain. I've never heard. That's a lot of ease. That's
Our
some good
troubles
alliteration.
began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal
Last time
guard,
on Dragon
forced
Ball
to make
Z.
an emergency landing.
Our heroes landed on Namek.
As we stumbled from the wreckage, our
On
attackers fell
Tatooine.
upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were
Dude,
it not
that
for the
that
intercession of a
dragon
third
fight where we
party,
wiped, that was
a band of
ridiculous.
mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a
I was so
vendetta
bad in
against
that
the
fight.
Ascians.
All this is completely new to me, in case
This
you haven't found
shadow
out.
hunter, as he styled himself, upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to
Populares.
flee the Empire. Master
Populares.
Alphino, however,
Is Alpha no, yeah.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn.
Preferring to continue
Tell
his
us more about these Ascian
investigation
hunters.
into the
Who are
Ascian
they?
threat. That's
And is Alphino
ridiculous.
still with them?
they would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same.
Well, say
Since
welcome
parting
for joining.
company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went.
Well, that's good.
Until we finally arrived here in Alamigo.
Unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single... It would seem
wow.
my former comrades grew tired of putting down up. I have also
Same
heard
sense.
reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward.
It's not very good.
Westward?
Let's
We
go.
knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
Alamigo.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses.
No.
No.
Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements.
Yeah.
And send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications.
Then there's gonna be a big war, isn't there? Oh no.
No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time.
But want for time.
Would you and
is
Alize
still
head to Doma
wanting.
and let Lord Hier know about this?
Yeah, let's send everyone over.
Consider it done.
As soon as they
We'll
join
send
the
word when-
Alliance, we're having them send tons of forces over as soon as we join. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Sorrow must be changed.
Untold sorrow. So it's in history must be rewritten.
It's a calamity.
There's gonna be another calamity?
Instant. Throw wide the gates.
What does that even mean? Through the doors of perception? Is that what you're saying?
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Yes.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Hey, we spoke with him. Hey, Alize. So, yeah, safe at the present, I suppose. He's looking into the Aslan threat. I don't know how safe that really is. Come on, like, let's be honest. It's not that, you know, it's gonna be bad. So we go to Doman Enclave again. Doroman Enclave. Doroman. Oh, look at the emissaries. Hey, remember that alliance you just joined? They're going to want every single ounce of your resources right now. That's what Alice is going to say, isn't it? She's got to step into Alphino's place. Wow. There you go. I'm so proud of the Kojin. He's crazy. Stand against the tyranny. Yep. It is coming together swiftly. This is really good, actually. But let's tell Mark. Say they're invading, you know. They're gonna have to pick this up quick to finish Stormblood, you know. It still seems a little bit rushed. Shouldn't be in case of massive troops in the western provinces. It helped to deflect the blow, you know. Elegant energy barrier. Yeah. Ironwork engineers worked with. Yeah, they finished recalibrating the engines. That's good. Might get it up and running. Amounts are solid and ready. Yeah. Oh, Papanzu, what's this? Dough with soft cheese fried into a hearty donut. I gotta try it. I know, it's weird that I'm collecting all this food, but it's kind of unique. So across the Syria's wall. Okay. What a fight with Syria. That was a really cool trial that we got to see. Alright, let's do this here. Valley of the Fallen Rainbow. Alright, so it's above us, that means you go right, end up this. And we're talking to that, Lord Hean again. You know, it's head to the burn. That's okay. So it's like a promising setup.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders.
Without fear.
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test.
Yep. I don't know about that sign. I probably wouldn't have, done that, but hey, Lord Ian. Charge 4.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes. $1,000
Yalms. See, I still think malms are the unit of distance, M-A-L-M-S, but I always thought that yalms was a unit of time.
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached.
But yalms might be a measured unit as well, along with malms. If that's the case, how many yalms to a malm? Or vice versa.
Is that an Imperial airship?
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test on you.
No, that doesn't look like a friendly one. Hey, we take him down.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Hey, that would have been cool. Was it Zenos or something? Yeah, who's the individual? Let's see. Nero? Oh, it's a Shadowbringer or something.
By the gods. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
And then you let her go? Okay. Unnecessary, like, you know.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not...
Locked in slumber.
Not him too.
We could identify... It is a day for fate. Would you not agree?
Yeah. They're both the same guys from both sides.
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf.
I remember him. I thought I defeated him, though.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died
I remember
in
that.
Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar,
Oh.
a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have...
Yeah.
Do you remember how
I thought
it
we took him
unfolded?
down. Actually, I do.
How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
Yeah.
The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god.
Well, Ultima
Yet
weapon
even with the
sucked.
might of Alec at my command, you bested me.
Yeah, a lot,
And
yeah.
as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least.
Ooh.
A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause.
I remember fighting you
It
after
was
that.
for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble and swore vengeance on the ass.
There we go. Newfound purpose right there. We take those. Wow.
The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge.
Dude, join the Scions, seriously. Fighting you was kind of fun.
My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered into oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would... Are the Scions?
In this single respect.
Yeah, we have echoes though. We have
Then I
echoes.
shall continue the partnership the boy
Our
began,
group has
and share what
migraines that make it
intelligence
very
I have
difficult to
acquired.
function and carry out our job-specific
Among the
duties.
Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know.
Yes.
Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source.
To the source.
Nabriales, who once dared to intrude
Yeah, I
upon the
remember
Rising
fighting him.
Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of... The first was La Habrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the
Remember him.
elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
In this particular cutscene.
We have files on La Habrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is...
It's true.
As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light.
Oh, is that
Your
what
many
it is?
deeds in Heidelind's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, it was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising.
Yeah.
In the absence of a single Guardian
Just
casualty,
death.
we inspected the bodies of the rebels.
Lack of any external
And the
injury, yeah.
They had been slain by Black Rose,
And
an alchemical
chemical
invention of the Imperial Army.
Army.
When I yet served as
Chemical
legatus, I
warfare.
ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles...
toxic gas?
But that's not
This
what
must
got...
be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a
But how
matter
did
of
it get
hours.
Ishtola?
Gods.
And Thancred.
Put your fears to
and
rest.
Ishtola.
We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized...
Mm-hmm. So Zenos is
A dead
behind
man
this.
signing the death warrant for thousands.
Yeah, it's the walking corpse thing. Or it's the possessed
But the
body
tale
of
does not
Zenos.
end there. Within that same facility,
Cloning
was a chamber
technology,
filled with
what is
devices
going
of
on? Yes,
elegant
I remember that.
design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Look at all this use of technology that they're talking about.
And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Whoa. So they're clones, that's why even if you killed one, the other one... Solus.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations? Or was it the will of the Emperor?
No. He's probably a primal. I don't know. Oh, did I accidentally skip something? I'm sorry.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows.
Alright, guys.
We should
cool
focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
That's true.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Yeah, let's have the Warrior of Light decide to take him out back, beat him up a little bit. We want one more duty in this. We'll settle this another time. But just you wait. Guys.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods. Even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, Warrior of Light.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Back in Dorma. I found safely ensconed in private chamber. How is your ensconing going? Spoken with physician. Oh, they have physicians here. Or it's I have an illness. First voice. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay, save for some few who boast teleportation magics. The bulk of our force must be transported by sea. Accordingly, beyond the procurement of ships. Give my thanks, Lady. Go on ahead with our friends to Alameda. Yeah. Combined strength in the east. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant. Ooh. Naughty, naughty, what is happening at the chemical plant? Hey, Emperor, what's up? What's going on?
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
Yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention.
Mm-hmm.
A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of...
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How very noble of you.
It's actually a really good point.
Truly, though, I must commend you.
For embracing it, yeah. The old Final Fantasy 16.
Agent of death. Now that I think...
Perfect aspect, yeah.
Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the... Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go for...
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
Which is
I am
observe.
well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire.
He cares about the calamity, he doesn't care about the Empire.
You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Yep.
Are you truly so not... You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so...
Well, it's about order.
Now,
You know,
if
tell me
you
about
have
chaos.
no further questions, I must...
Let's run your way, alright?
Since we may not meet again in this
In this
lifetime,
lifetime.
it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude.
Sure.
I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention it.
Yeah.
And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus. If events play out as planned, you will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
The lie. Alright. There we have it. Join the Amigo forthwith. Alright, Amigo we go. Must be the silent party. Let's go to the headquarters. Let's go to the Alliance headquarters, why not? This is the new Alamigo Alliance headquarters. Look at this horrible barrier. Look at all those flags. There's Doma. You got all nations represented here. There you go. What's shaking?
Welcome back, you two. Greet.
Glad to be here.
Bet you are.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on the...
Yeah.
We have some good news too.
Well, there wasn't really much bad news. Gaius is doing great. He's on our side now. And Alphino's okay. We really don't have any bad news.
Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians. And the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
She's like, what kind of crazy writing is this?
And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the end. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians?
Yes.
Aye.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
Oh. Ooh.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys...
Are we gonna fight
Knowing that an
Varys?
Ascian walks in his son's skin. I do not...
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves...
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, Lise, you know... Very well.
Do it for Alphino.
I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Yeah, pretend to be Alphino.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Hey, there you go. Champion, I'll be there. Yeah, no time to complain
That's
about
settled
politics.
then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why.
Yeah.
The meeting will take place on the border.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way.
Yeah, we can all be Alliance leaders. This doesn't look good. It just ain't right. Or at least what you got. Parley with the Emperor. What if you like make an agreement and he's like, oh, you're right. Yeah, let's not attack. I think that'd be hilarious. If he like doesn't attack.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance, as this parley was convened at your request, I invite you...
Alright. Who's that?
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo... As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, The subjugation and exploitation of neighbor... Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us. But you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another... Domar has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea. A partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals.
Extend a hand.
Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
What if he says yes?
You will not win me over with sophism. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
Ooh.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression. Each day more
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not...
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect...
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all...
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons.
Yes. Yeah, he's such a good character.
1,000 years of sacrifice,
and
of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with...
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
That's a good point. Ouch. Ouch. A little bit of it's true, isn't it? A little bit of it is true.
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald, too, lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of Ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was...
That's a good point.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it. And from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers?
Yeah, well, he's saying
I will
some truth.
concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the XIV. They'd...
Yeah, oh no.
Would that your people might learn from their example.
Comparing them to the Beast Tribe.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
So intense.
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to...
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strike. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will
Huge shoulders, really small legs. Didn't quite expect that. That's what happened. Well, I'm ready for the second intermission. It would often know do. Be a kid, probably. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of hypocrisy. Alright, let's see if we can do better. Round 2. Ready, fight!
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity.
Yes.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affair surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner.
Yes, yes.
Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the bird, the Barrens said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
Yes.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause.
You're nasty.
My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was.
Whoa.
The way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more.
What does that even mean? Yeah, I know what it means.
No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
Is that really what happened?
What in Rhalgr's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections.
What?
At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem.
Yeah.
One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined.
So there really are, like, multiple worlds.
That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds. I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
No, what does that have to do with, like, oppressing people
Emperor
in the
Varys,
desert?
do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom.
But, like
My
what does
father
this...
thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
You come clean about the Ascian?
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know about that.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
Whoa!
What?
What? What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing?
My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
I don't know, bro. It sounds like a no, bro. Oh, okay. Prize is a lie, masters demons. There you go, that's good RP.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Divergence, huh? Alright.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm.
Yeah, that's
never
I don't
again
get,
to
like,
meddle in man's
okay,
affairs.
I get it, bring everlasting peace, but why does that have to be, like, oppress the desert?
Would be the masters of...
Like, why do you have to...
I bid you join
Like, why do you have to, like, tax people
not
heavily
as
around
subjects
the
of
world?
Garlemald,
To get
but
it,
of a
you know?
new nation. And
Like, it
together
doesn't-
we shall win freedom for ourselves
Like,
and generations yet unborn.
I get it, but, like, it just doesn't make sense as a story.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one...
Do you truly imagine we would aid you?
The bloodletting.
It is unthinkable.
Unconscionable, yeah. This is...
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own...
Into your hands. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
It's true.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. Like, I still don't get how that means, like, oh, if only we could tax and oppress people.
Garlemald's ruler. The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one.
Yeah.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life, is ind.
There you go.
Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior.
You beat the Ascians over yet? Oh, okay. We got a full party
It would
of 8
seem
right
the
here.
Alliance is of one mind on the...
What if there was like a join Garland? Like, you know the old Brigandine game from 1992? If you held down L1, R1,
To blame for expecting
L2, and
more
R2 at the same time and press start, you'd play as the bad guy.
This discussion
Like
is
the
at an
purple
end.
country in the middle.
I bid you make ready for
And I
our
think that'd be
next
pretty
meeting.
cool if you could like join,
It
you
will
know,
not be at the negotiating table.
try that method. Like a choose your own adventure, you know? Yeah, let's try fighting the Ascians this way. But no, I think it just doesn't make sense to me. The one race thing, I don't know. If we destroy all the stars, then our original source star will be strong. So I don't get it. Just like needless losses of life. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Seven muffin, that sounds really good. But alright, time for war. Guess we have a duty.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
What he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Asians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough, given the Emperor's stated goal.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
If they level cap me on the duty, I can't do it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would.
Yeah.
Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms.
All right.
The hour of battle has come.
We're ready for this.
May the crystal guide us to victory.
There you go. Oh no. It's alright. I'm just gonna charge the headphone for a second.
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphino wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything. So please.
So please.
Don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens,
let's survive together. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. What is that? The Gimnalt Dark? Is this a duty? This is a duty, isn't it? Alright. Oh. Nope. Good news is we'll get to see the introduction. Bad news, I had it unsynced. Wow, the Gimlet Dark. What a cool introduction. So it's kind of nice, because you get to see it. Yeah, I had it unsynced, just to let you know. So, false alarm. We're going to go up to Duty Finder, and we're going to make it a restricted party. Very, very different.